Today we're rating AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. Let's see how many have protection from bad today. We're going to start off with Stratus Sprite. This is a 2-mana 2/2 Goblin Scientist with a Death Touch. Now, Ogre creatures you control have Indestructible. You might want to put this in your Ogre deck. I actually, if you put a gun to my head, I cannot tell you a single even useful Ogre in this game. So it sounds like the Ogre Kindred could use some help. Tap, sacrifice a creature, add a colorless add a colorless. Until end of turn, you may play the sacrificed creature. Oh, so you actually, it's not even like you sacked anything. But at the same time, did I just sacrifice this creature for the sole purpose of replaying it? I mean, I guess you could do that with Endless One. Get an extra ETB in there for absolutely nothing. Of course, the Changeling support. Yes, of course. Changelings are ogres. So any niche weird creature type that gets buffed or helps, we can always help the Changelings over there. Kind of like the sack at the end. Yeah, I mean, you got your death triggers. You got your, I guess you could death trigger and then replay it at, sort of a discount in some bizarre way. The status, it has Death Touch, which is highly bizarre for an Azorius card. This might be the first and only Azorius card with Death Touch. It's a highly unlikely, they usually don't have Death Touch. It's not like they're an asp or a venomous vampire of some sort. With the last ability, it did not tap. It does tap. See? Tap, sacrifice a creature. You don't hate the card? I mean, it's a card. It's not the most broken thing we've ever seen. It's also not the most pathetic thing we've ever seen. It actually has a lot of utility going for it. All right, this is a pretty good card. Not bad. It has to tap. So, oh yeah, so it's not going to be infinite. No, it's just going to be good old-fashioned classic value. Okay, next up. We got Predator Desperado. But he's got his gun. What is this, Alien versus Predator? The alien is packing some heat. Looks like the Wild West. Okay, this is actually a land. Tap to add a colorless. Tap, add a black or red. This land deals 1 damage to you. Okay, this is basically a pain land. Basically a sulfuric springs. This is so for 4 mana, tap, sacrifice this land, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Oh, you got a little bit of bounce to it. All right, this is actually a fantastic card. It's got a lot of utility. In fact, Eldrazi decks even might want to play it because it's like a tricolor land. You got the colorless, you got the red, you got the black. Power Creep Painland. Who plays Painlands anymore outside of Eldrazi players? Does anyone out there? This is how we're going to bring the Painlands back. Unfortunately, it'll just straight up make the old Painlands strictly worse, if not straight up useless. When the Predator became a land. You got that right. Now, for people that love the bingo card, we do have a bingo card today, all right? So do take a screenshot of it. You are all responsible for naming the things on the bingo card. I'm not doing it. You guys do it. You have fun? All right. You got your screenshots ready? Let's get it on. The Return of the Painlands. Yeah, they used to hurt you all the time back then. They bounced your cards. They destroyed your lands. They hit your life total. They made you pay upkeep. Magic isn't the same anymore. Next up, we've got Recap as Orion's Land Regent. This is a 6-mana 4/5 human advisor. It's got haste. Each non-creature spell you cast has starting life total. I'm already confused. Now, also for 9 mana, create a tapped 4/3 red and white wall creature token with reach. It's a wall creature token. That's not, well, it's a little overcosted. I wouldn't play the damn thing. I don't even know if I would play this card at all. What is a really good way to describe this thing? Giving toughness to enchantments. Each non-creature spell you cast has starting life total. It's like it's talking about my counter spell. My counter spell has like 40 life, 20 life, but no defender. Yeah, do you know what? By today's rules, I guess it wouldn't have defender. It's a wall that can attack. A living wall, in fact. It's a wall that's going to get into the red zone. Yeah, it's yeah, it has to be each non-creature spell has starting life total. It would have made like a little bit of sense where, you know, if it was a creature, maybe its power and toughness are reflected in a life total. But when it's like instant sorceries, artifacts, it's a little bit weird, you know about that? First card, bingo, breaks the color pie. We could give you that. There's a bunch of cards that we've presented so far that break the color pie. Ignores breaks color pie, which is something that happens basically every second card in AI generated land. There is no color pie to this. They're like, why hasn't there ever been Death Touch? Where is this? Why hasn't anyone put Death Touch on an Azorius card before? That sounds perfect. And then the AI is like, I'll be the first one to do that. Any color can get haste. Yeah, that's true here. Yeah, anyone can be fast. Anyone can get the jump on somebody else here. It would make a lick of sense if it was a creature spell, but then it'd be broken, turning every creature into Sarah Avatar. As it is, it does not make any sense. Not from the top, not to the bottom. All right, next up, we've got... Oh, Gideon is back. It's Gideon's codes. Damn it, what was Gideon's code? He didn't leave his password before he died. Okay, this is a 2-mana sorcery. Switch target artifact or enchantment you control, and all creatures' permanents face down. But I own them. I already own the artifact and enchantment. Like that's basically all that it's doing. And all my creatures and all creatures permanents, which they are, you know, all creatures are usually permanents, phase down. Yeah, I'm going to turn all my creatures into 2/2s. This is the greatest, massivest debuff of all time.
No, God, please, no.
You can shuffle your enchantments and creatures that are face down. I don't know if they become face down. So it's switch target artifact or enchantment you control, and all creatures. I think it's a separate thing. Yeah, switch them. The artifact goes to the right side of my table. The enchantment goes to the left. Great when I don't play any artifact or enchantments and get your morphed creatures. Flavor text is Garbo. Let's see. Okay, reminder that the wandering god pharaoh's wretched. It almost sounds like it means something, but it doesn't mean anything. It's too bad. There was a chance. Usually the shorter the AI flavor text, the greater the probability that it might actually be a complete sentence. Works with Chaos Orb? Well, not at sorcery speed, right? Maybe at instant speed, as the Chaos Orb is falling down the air. In response, Gideon's codes. Yeah, you tried to destroy my Bolus's Citadel. Didn't work out now, did it? All right, Gideon's codes. It's fun. It's if I understand, like, it's a legal card. It's legal. Barely. And honestly, it's barely useful. It just sounds like I'm just downgrading my entire board into nothing. Oh no, Toads, don't break your glasses. Your daily reminder that the God Pharaoh is wretched. Vote for Death Goblin instead. Needs flash. It needs super flash. Oh, you know what, actually? That's so interesting. You know what? Okay, well, I mean, it just needs to be an instant. What if you could just change the target of something that targeted your stuff if it was still legal? Like someone disenchants your artifact and you're like, you know what? Gideon's codes. I'm going to crack this puzzle, and I switch my artifact with an enchantment that I'm okay with being destroyed. Or maybe maybe that's indestructible or something like that. Nikachu, once again, it flips all creatures. And all creature, switch target you control and all creature. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I guess it actually is not too bad. It did say all creature permanents face down. It just sounded like, because it was targeting us, not targeting, it doesn't target, but because we only switch the artifact and enchantment we control, it felt like it only affected my creatures. But yeah, it looks like it affects all creatures. Yeah, I guess it turns all creatures face down as well as one of your artifacts and enchantments. Why would it do that? Sorcery speed too. So it's like, it's a fascinatingly weird board wipe. I'm going to say it's doable. I'm gonna say it's doable. Board wipe. It's you know, it's like a blue board wipe. This is something like blue would do. 2 mana, just flip everything over. It almost feels like that could be a real card. Like it didn't. It like sort of got rid of the threat, but it didn't. There's still a bunch of stuff on the battlefield, and we'll all be equal now as 2/2 creatures. Okay, next up, we've got the Skeletal Geist. It is a red 1/1 human werewolf. This creature attacks each combat if able. All right, fortune favors the brave. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 1. If you do, search your library for up to 3 basic land cards and put them on the battlefield tapped. What the hell? Well, you do have to wait a turn, but you could put this in play turn 1. You could be like turn 1 pass. If you don't have removal, I'm sorry, but you're going to be horribly, horribly behind on mana, and I'm going to be horribly, horribly ahead. This thing in danger. It's super in danger. Board this immediately. It reminds me of actually of how a lot of people tell me how they used to play, how they first started playing Magic. They thought that a Llanowar elf, when you tapped it, you had to go look for, it said like you looked for your deck for a forest and put it onto the battlefield. And in that sense, a lot of people mistook Dark Ritual to mean, it says add black, black, black. So people thought that you search your deck for 3 swamps and put them into play, that it wasn't floating mana. So this card reminds me of it. The 2036 meta. Yes, this sounds incredibly plausible. Somewhere outrageously deep in the future. Balance for the 2036 meta. But I imagine so deep into the future, like there's always removal on turn 1. So if you don't kill this, that was a you problem. That was a complete you problem. You had your chance. It's not like I could activate it immediately. I had to wait a turn. Does the last card switch control of an artifact for a face-down creature? I didn't interpret it like that, but it seems like some people did. Hit the Bowmasters ready. It's not even, Bowmasters not even do anything if I'm on the play. I mean, I guess you have to, like, what's it called? You'd have to ramp into it with a Lotus Spell or something. Send it to the Urank. I'll see you in the Urank, Skeletal Geist, with the Death Goblins and Deeply. Okay, next we have Friend Land Stead. This is a 4-mana artifact. Sort of like the picture for this thing. Now, whenever a non-token blue spell you control enters... Oh, okay. What? The spell can't enter the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Scry 1. Then you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. No warning! Are cross malicious as the spell before your mind can be surprisingly, or make the one they too much of a ruler now, says Mangle. I don't even know who Mangle is. Do you know what Mangle is? The whole card is mangled at this point. This card is pretty good. This card sounds illegal. Someone please explain to me how a non-token blue spell enters the battlefield. Does anything... Yeah, spells can't enter. Is there anything that even resembles a spell? Like a Foretell card, maybe? Does Foretell work? Or is that thing technically exiled? Wait, does it work with Magar? I don't know who Magar is. Mangle, like the Five Nights at Freddy's character? I almost forgot about that character. So blue permanents only? No, it's a spell. So like a spell, for example... Oh, wait a minute. You know what? This actually makes some sense because cards on the stack are spells. So actually, you know what? Maybe this actually does make sense. So whenever a non-token blue spell that we cast enters the battlefield, so it's a spell on the stack and then it becomes a permanent later. Yeah, all permanents are spells. You know what? That is 100. You are 100% correct. No, it can trigger. It actually can trigger. I forgot. Technically, creatures are spells on the stack. Technically, artifacts, enchantments are spells on the stack. I know we sort of feel like the spells are the instants and sorceries, but it's actually not like that on the stack, though. The enter has permanence. Whenever a spell you control enters, So it said, oh yeah, enters, whatever. I'm gonna count it. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. The whole thing is underwhelming anyway, even for 4 mana. It's like I guess it's okay. It's okay, I guess, for like a token deck. It'll buff up the tokens super fast, and it makes tokens which can compound. All right, I'm gonna allow it. It's probably not worded correctly, but you know what? We're gonna allow it. So it's a weird AI Magic the Gathering card, but don't worry, we got real Magic the Gathering cards like today's sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com. Lorwyn Eclipse just came out. Is there any new goodies that you need, whether it be Kithkin, Merfolk, Elves, Goblins, Elementals, Fairies, and more? They got them at FusionGamingOnline.com, both sealed product and singles. And don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu. I'll tell you why. Because it supports the channel, and it can get you 5% off all your purchases when you use it. And why wouldn't you want to do that? That sounds like value. Okay, back to our AI-generated cards. The wild west of these things. Real cards, you mean like the definitely regular play legal Unfinity? Something like that. Shaggy says, I feel like if you're going to rate AI cards, you have to be willing to correct some of the wording issues just as a rule. Otherwise, you are just going to get card text that is just copied. Well, the thing is, some of these are actually legal. Some of them are not. So if it just tells us to do something illegal, it's going straight to the bin. Okay. We got at Sumi's Trees Flesh. Oh my god, the flesh is going to be reached? It's a land. Tap to add a colorless. Sacrifice a bolus. Hence all the pictures of boluses in the background. Add black, blue, or green, black, blue, white, green, white. You could also get black, or you can get green. Just in case you're afraid of mana. If you're playing with the house rule of mana burn, maybe you'll want 1 mana instead of 6. Now, if you do, you gain 2 life. That's pretty cool, but you need to sack a bolus. I'll sack all the boluses. You just have to sacrifice. Oh, yeah, actually, there's no tap ability here. You're like, okay, sacrifice Nico Bolus, Pharaoh God, sacrifice Nico Bolus, the original, sacrifice. There's a lot of Nico Boluses out there. Changelings go crazy with this. Oh, is it considering that Bolus is a creature type? What undignified end for the bolus? What is a bolus? I'm assuming it's Nicol Bolus. Is my audio should be good. Shoved into a tree. Bolus is not. I know Bolus is not a creature type. Bolus is a planeswalker. Oh, maybe it has to be a planeswalker. So there's a few Nicol Bolus planeswalkers though. So we could sacrifice the Bolus planeswalker instead of the creature. What is he? Is he a dragon? I don't even know what Nicol Bolus is. Bolus is Nicol Bolus's planeswalker type. Nah, it means Bolus Walker or an actual Nicol Bolus dragon. Yeah, we can imagine working. Nicol Bolus is not easy to cast. I mean, you basically have to sell your newborn in order to cast that damn thing. It's very, or even to flip the damn thing. There's a few versions of Nicol Bolus. And then you're going to go through all that work. You know, I mean, you get 6 mana out of it. 6 mana is 6 mana. And you also get that a little bit of 2 life. Let's not forget that life. Oh, we have flavor text. When you time all into Inhabum the Drift, couches to pawn, Kel. Okay, the flavor text makes no sense, but the rest of the card does make enough sense. So I'm going to allow it. You aren't getting much value. Look, Ghost of Thomas Jenkins. You never know when you need 6 random mana. You might have, like, you know, minus the bolus. You know it's going to die anyway. Just sacrifice it. Get some value out of that thing before it goes to the bin. Got to get some value. Yeah, sadly, the fleshes did not get reached there. It's too bad. Okay, next we have Halt of Pulmonity. I don't know what the hell that means. 3 mana. It's an arcane instant. Whenever a player casts a spell, that player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. So you choose. That's brutal. But it is interesting. So this is a card you'd play at somebody's upkeep. So before they actually get their turn, they have the option to just do nothing. Busted. It's just an instant, so I don't think it will be all that busted. I am always happy to see new arcane printed. Splice onto arcane is generally awesome. Oh yeah, okay, so like, I can't remember. Is this the card you splice onto other cards? I can't remember how that works. So I guess you could pair this with like something else. The effect lasts forever. Oh, wait a minute. You're right, actually. It didn't say until end of turn. The effect lasts forever. Oh no. Oh no. Didn't say until end. Not until end of turn. Okay. The card might be a problem. The card might be a massive problem. So basically, every single time anyone wants to play a spell, we're gonna be hellbent real fast, chat. This will be fine if you're playing a graveyard reanimator strategy. This card will also be fine if you need delirium threshold. You just need to buff up that graveyard. Cast, reanimate, discard the yeah. No, oh yeah, hold on. Whenever a player casts a spell, that player reveals their hand. You choose an online card from it. Okay, yeah. So we could reanimate our own card. No, that doesn't work actually. If you play reanimate, it has to have a target. We don't have a target yet. You'd have to play something else. Just anything. Even Lotus Petal would work. This hurts your hand too. Well, that could be a good thing. That could be a good thing, Quill. Some people don't mind that. In fact, there are some decks that actually get value from putting cards into their graveyard for free. For the rest of the game, it's a permanent effect. Okay, so that's a little dubious. So it's not broken though, okay? It's not broken. On top of that, if you have no cards left in your hand, this card has no effect anymore. So you just play everything that's off the top of your deck, and then it does nothing. And all my extra copies of Holt of Pulmonity, also do nothing. I say print it for Legacy only. Anything that gets printed into Legacy also gets printed into Commander. No one would like you if you play this. Oh, no doubt about it. There's a lot of cards that people aren't gonna like if I play it. It's not the worst thing. Yeah, but you get to choose no matter what. Yeah, that's correct. So people might want to like hold back their good stuff until the right moment. Thranitude of the Failure has some words of wisdom in the flavor text. Well, I don't know where that is. If we passed it, if we're gone, we're gone. Does casting this card trigger its own effect? No, because it hasn't resolved yet. Great question, though. If the effect would end, silence is the better card. Yeah, that's why the effect can't end. And that's why it's 3 mana. So you got to play a few cards for free. And also, so if we can repeat this effect, it's sort of useless. It doesn't stack. Or does it? I assume that it doesn't stack. Oh, this one has flavor text. Okay. Beauty and Dominaria fell in the ferocity. Habrise the Weatherscape trial. Thranitude of the Failure. And it did fail. This card is a fail. Okay, I mean, okay, technically it's legal, so we're gonna have to give it a pass. It is very... I don't know if Wizards would print this card, though. It would stack if you cast it multiple times. It would be the most useless effect, though, because, like, once your hand is empty, sure, take even more cards from my empty hand. Moving on, we got Crinishment. It's like cringe plus punishment. So for 2 mana, it's Sail On Now. Okay, artifact. Artifact spells you cast cost 5 more to cast. Why would we want to do that? This only affects my artifact spells. Yeah, what a deal. Yeah, Sail On Now. This is a reverse sail. Alabaster. This comes from the Alabaster Leech commander deck, where it's just taxing us. It's just a white, big time play to lose. That is definitely a play to lose card. Great catch. Where is play to lose? There is play to lose. It sure is cringe punishment. Chalice of the Void. Oh, it's just to dodge Chalice of the Void. We're gonna up the mana cost on our artifacts by a whole 5 just to dodge Chalice of the Void. What else does? Okay, what other applications does it have? So it will get around. Is there anything that punishes cards that cost like 2 less? But it has to. But it can't affect like CMC because the CMC is still the same. Oh, that's a great idea, Anna Yosh. Yeah, harmless offering, so we can donate it. This isn't a card for us. This is a card for somebody else. Donate to an artifact player, especially if they don't have the necessary mana or colors. It just shut them off instantaneously. And it even costs 2 mana. Turn 2, Crinishment. Turn 3, Donate-ishment. Give this to your local Urza player. Useful for Sunburst or other effects that check what colors of mana you spent to cast. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, this is the ultimate tax on an artifact deck. I mean, they're not casting anything after this card. Impossible. I've never seen like an affinity. Well, I shouldn't say never. At best, they got like 4 mana in play. At best. Affinity players don't play with mana. Not a lot of mana, at least. Holy crap, it actually does enable Sunburst on spells with CMC under 5. That's right. It's gonna do the things. And you know what? It'll be fast enough. You're putting tariffs on other people. The ultimate tariff. Your 0 mana cards are going to infinite %. If Rust Elemental sees play, then so can this. All right, this is sort of cool. This is sort of a Zyber card. It's like you can't really play artifacts yourself if you're playing this. And if you want to donate, well, you can only donate to 1 player too. The art has an error. 5 mana plus 1 RR green plus RG equals 6 was. Oh well, you have to tell the artist. I love how no matter how bizarre or bad a Magic card is, the game is complex enough that some use case can be found for it. Here, that's right. That's the beauty of Magic the Gathering. All right, next up, we have the nameless card. It's a green creature tree folk warrior. It's got flying. That does not look like it can fly. It also has fleef. It's probably what it does when it's on the ground. This spell costs 2 less to cast. Doesn't even get cast for generic mana. Okay, the spell costs 2 less to cast if you are 1 or more artifacts and other players. If this spell can't be regenerated, each opponent loses 3 life. Holy crap, it fell off the... It's no power and toughness either. Where was that? It's got no power and toughness. I missed that. This everything is wrong about this card. It's got fleef. It says flying. Doesn't look like it's flying. No name. Maybe this was supposed to be an enchantment. The way it looks. Bingo missing. Oh, that's a bingo spot? All right, we got a bingo. AI cards have all sorts of stuff that are weirdly missing. Missing cost type, power and toughness. Boom, missing. Have been found. They'll put it on the milk card. Have you seen this person? Have you seen their power and toughness either, too? Votes. Probably votes for flying. You're right, actually. Probably votes for flying. Looks like not a flying voter. So, I mean, you never know. You never know just by looking at the person. You can't, you don't know how people vote. Oh, there's a flavor text. It's the cements of his heart's under rhymes, where they stand to fume of rage. Garbage. Moving on. Wonder which flyers who don't vote for flying. Okay, we have Loquagu. This is a 3-mana sorcery. It looks like a magic eye. I don't know. Does anyone get the same vibes? You have to look maybe a little bit closer. It feels very magic eye like, if anyone even knows what those things are. I don't know. I did a lot of magic eyes when I was a kid. Sort of looks like it. Okay, sorcery. Draw 4 cards. Then discard 2 cards at random. Then shuffle your library. Then draw that many cards. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. So we draw 2 cards. And then I guess... hold on, what does that mean, that many cards? I assume we're drawing another 2 for nothing. How many cards? I assume the total amount we get is 4. So we drew 4 cards, we discard 2 cards, and we're gonna draw that many cards that we discarded. It's another balance for the 30-26 meta. Although we already hit that bingo spot. Draw that many. Maybe we're gonna get 6 cards out of all this. Just crazy. Oh, the last card definitely chaos ensued. Actually, do you know what? That was pretty chaotic. Hold on, so we can get this chaos ensue on here. We've got chaos ensues. Yeah, the last card was complete nonsense. No, you get 4 cards out of this. It says then draw that many cards. Okay, so it's gonna be draw 4, discard 2, then draw another 2. It's still 4 cards for 3 mana, which maybe that's fair. Probably not. And you have to discard 2 at random. Draw the entire life. No, very likely not. We also had a player is a card. You or one more. Oh no, that was not real. That was just gibberish. If it's very legitimately saying that we are a card, we will count that. If you use your grave as a resource, then yeah, you got 6 cards. That's true. Card draw like this in red is a major color pie break. Is it? There are cards haven't you heard of Burning Inquiry or Goblin? What's the Goblin Inquiry or something like that? No, it's not Goblin. There's a 2 mana draw 4, discard 3. Goblin Lore, that's what I was thinking of. Goblin Lore. So it's got that sort of vibe to it. This would go in a Hollow One deck or something. Yeah, I think it's very on brand for red. I think it's cool. It might be too strong. It's because it only the thing is with Burning Inquiry, each player draws the 3 cards, discards 3 cards. In this case, this is one-sided. You're getting a lot of cards for 3. It's a lot of cards. Well, it's looting, but it usually doesn't net you cards. Yeah, but it's 3 mana. It's too powerful to stay alive. Give it kicker for the second half, and maybe it works. It's 4 mana. It's draw 4 for 3. I know. Mark is like, this is strong, but not overpowered. Print it. We found it with here. Mark is certainly a red player. We clearly need an AI judge to explain these cards to us. One day, we probably could. We could consult Google Gemini on the show. Google Gemini, explain this thing. How do you interpret this card? Discard at random. Yeah, absolutely, it's a red thing. Okay, we'll bin the thing for... Well, okay, so we can't bin the thing because it's legal. So we're, for the most part... So unless it's obscenely heinously broken, it's 3 mana, draw 4 cards, discard 2, and then you win the game. That's the only way. It would get disqualified. So this is going to be a pass. Okay, we're going to look at more of these AI cards, but not before we thank our sponsor, Mana Traders. Mana Traders is the premier place to rent Magic cards on the digital client, Magic Online. Do you like to play digitally online? You're online right now. Play Magic at Magic Online, renting with Mana Traders, and it's cheaper that way if you want to play any deck, any format you want, because on Magic Online, you can play all the paper formats, whether it's Commander, CEDH, one-on-one Commander, Standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, and more. Get all that with a monthly subscription to Mana Traders. Use my coupon code Nikachu_G4U for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. All right, let's get back to business. All right, next up, we got Abzan Fleshed. Not actually any of the Abzan colors at all. Any Dandan format on Magic Online? Great question. I don't know. Never seen that before. It might be, though. Okay, Abzan Fleshed is a 3-mana sorcery. Destroy target creature. If you control a Snarl, sounds like a Pokemon, a Planeswalker, you win the game. Amazing. It sounds like we need both of them. We need the Planeswalker. We also need the Snarl for the most part. No flesh has been reached with this card. Sad. No, it has not. Oh, yeah, with another card with the word flesh in it. In the hope, then dreaming is blood for all. Ugh, that sounds so deep, yet I think it means nothing. In the hope, then dreaming is blood for all. Strategist to land passage. The hell you will control a Snarl Planeswalker? Or you have to control a permanent named Snarl Planeswalker. Oh, maybe. That's possible. But it wasn't capitalized, so if it's lowercase, I sort of guessing that this is a creature type of some sort. Frequency says the Planeswalker could be interpreted as interjection, since the player is Planeswalker like you, Nikachu. It's possible. Saggy's like, I need this for my Snarl deck. Is this going to be like another card that is good for the changelings? Snarl support, that's right. Yeah, this templating is wrong anyway. It's very rare is the templating actually correct. Another changeling card. Similar to Urza Planeswalker. Yeah, that's possible. It's sort of cheap too. It's 3 mana. So we need a Snarl. So that could be this probably is broken. It's so easy to get like turn 1 changeling, turn 3 Planeswalker. There's a million of them, and then on turn 4 just go Abzan Flesh and flesh them out. The long lost Tarkir creature type. Yeah. The missing one. Yeah, sorry. It's because it's called Abzan. Abzan came from Tarkir. Great call. Let's just talk about destroy target creature with no downside in blue. Oh yeah, I didn't even catch that. I mean, the whole win the game thing just sucked the air out of this card. Well, I mean, it's 3 mana. It's sorcery speed. It actually is like incredibly clunky. I would almost with no downside. The downside is that it's sorcery speed. It's sorcery. We only destroyed the creature. We didn't exile it. I would actually say it's somewhat fair. Since when is blue destroying creatures? Usually blue destroys creatures if it like leaves some body after it, like Pongify. We've got Pongify. We have rapid hybridization. There's a few other cards that also exile and also leave a creature behind. Like Curse of the Swine, for example. Although that's an exile effect. This can win you the game turn 2. Well, probably not. Why you need to destroy a creature when you can just win? You know what's funny? If there's no creature in play, this doesn't work. Like I think you need to be able to destroy someone else's creature. Yeah, you have to have a creature before you have the game-winning effect. If your opponent has no creatures, you may be forced to destroy your snake. No, not your snake, your Snarl. The Snarl thing. I think the card is underpowered, actually. Give it some ramp. Blue destroys as part of transmutation effects. Yeah, so like blue, like okay. Every color is allowed to break the color pie, but the downs usually it's because it's like a way crappier version of like what other colors can do. And 3 mana sorcery, destroy target creature, like it wouldn't see play in my opinion. It wouldn't even be good. This card is only playable because you can win the game if you have a Snarl and Planeswalker out. Okay, I like it. Which rules did we discuss? I think it's very loose. Okay, we got Entomb Ingeniator. This is a 2 mana 1/3. It's a human soldier. Now it's got an adventure, Divine Dueling for 3 mana. We can add 3. We can add 3 black to our mana pool. And we got filtering if we really need it. And then the creature side is interesting. It's a 1/3. We have a white tap target creature. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good utility. And also for 2 mana, sack this creature. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. That is sad. That's actually really bad. Yeah, we have black filtering if we need it. What date was this card posted? I have no... the one that we're looking at right now is 6 days ago. This is a surprisingly reasonable card to print it. It is surprisingly real looking. Strictly Better Master Decoy. I don't even know it. Decoy. I don't know who the decoy is. Would run this in limited. Broken filtering. I guess for the. It's not an Abzan deck. I guess for the 4-color deck that needs to cast like the really chunky stuff. Chunky, like triple, quadruple black card that you have in your deck. Phyrexian Obliterator. You're like, I don't have the mana for Phyrexian Obliterator, which is black, 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 black. But do you know what I have? I have Entomb Ingeniator, and they'll help me. What tricolor is black, white, and blue? I don't know. Dark Ritual at Home, basically. This is not this is actually okay. I think this card does a lot. So it does have filtering. You have a decent, like it's like a sort of okay body that is also magically has a tap target creature effect. Not even Phyrexian for Atraxa. That's true. I want to see this card at its full potential. Somebody would play this. Yeah, redless. I like that. Redless Wooburg. That's what I usually say. Witchmaw is the colorless type per... Oh, is Witchmaw the color of, like, redless Wooburg? Wooburg minus red. That's correct. There's no red on this card. I don't think it's as good as you think it is. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's bad. Okay, if I were to give it this level of like okay to like not good to bad, I'd say it's like a not. I think it's a not okay card, and but it's playable. It's playable. That's what I say. It's playable. How is Divine Dueling adding black? It just adds black to your mana pool. It doesn't say like these days. It never says add to your mana pool anymore. It just says add the triple black. So you just pay 3 mana and then you get a rebate of 3 mana. Dude looks like a within or a gnome, not a human. Could be. Or could be the camera angle. He punches God to get you money. Nikachu! Master Decoy is a white 1/1/2 human soldier with white tap, target creature, common and 9th, and tomb engineer power creeps. Exactly. That's exactly correct. Oh, we're getting super chats. Tripper Tasker. Thank you very much for your super chat. How much would you want for a 24-hour stream where you generate new AI cards yourself? Oh my god. 24 hours? What is $150 times 24? 3,000, maybe $3,600. It would be a terrible show. I've generated some cards. It takes forever to generate, and they come with no picture. Well, anyway, thanks for the super chat. And because of that, we'll take a look at another card at the end of the show. Okay, Deviant. This is a black legendary enchantment. If you have no cards in hand, you may look at no cards. What? That's... What, literally? We can't see the game? I just take this figuratively. Like, the card does nothing. Yeah, exactly. It's so true. Completely 100% so true. If you have no cards, well, then you may not look at any cards. Yeah, it's a look at not it. Not look at it card. The opposite of it. The first anti-look at it card. They had to balance the metagame. The metagame was completely unbalanced for years. So many look at it cards. Now we need some more not look at it cards. It's a discard game ender donated to the enemies. You can't look at any card. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming. So we have to play the game blindfolded. So it's more like an unset card. If you have no cards in hand, you may look at no cards. Okay, this is maybe unset. Do we have unset on here? I guess not, because like everything is an unset card, more or less. Can't let your hand run out. You gotta have one card. So I guess when you draw a card for the turn, you can like take your blindfold off. You can start looking at the card, the set again. Michael, thanks so much for your super chat. Love the AI show. Let's give it some more fuel. Yeah, we'll definitely fill it with more fuel and take a look at more cards at the end. The may means the effect is optional. If you have cards, you may look at... Oh my god! So the card is just stone cold useless. Or like just, it doesn't do anything. Do we have a card? Hold on, I'm pretty sure there's a bingo spot, like... Yeah, bingo does nothing. All right, so that's definitely a bingo spot. Oops. Card does nothing. Literally does nothing. Glad I filtered black and mana to play this. Yeah, we played the what's it called? The Divine Dueling, so that we can cast our Defiant. The Divine Dueling into the Defiant. A very, very high level Magic the Gathering play. Also a very legendary play at that. Throw it in the bin. Well, I mean, yeah, let's just get it in. We can throw it into the rank. Board the damn thing. Okay. Vegetatic Beyond. It's a 2-mana instant. Return X target creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield if it's a elf. So if it's an elf. That is still pretty strong. It's a 2-mana Reanimator card. How do we break this? I guess you could be blue-green self-mill and then like mill a bunch of powerful elves into your graveyard and then reanimate them. Undefined, yeah. Well, I mean, return X target creature cards. Wait a minute, it's target creatures. Oh, I see. Okay, whatever. Okay, so it's still not defined anyway. Yeah, that also qualifies. Where's our undefined X? Which means all of them. You can bring them all back if you want. Reanimate any number of elves. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, well, like, what are you gonna bring back? Like, most of the elves suck. And like, what, you're gonna build a weird blue-green elf deck? Oh, you know what? This could be good. Maybe you don't build an elf deck around this, but this is like a good backup plan versus decks that like kill your elves off. So let's say you're up against a control deck. They kill off all your elves. Well, then you go like Vegetatic Beyond, and then you reanimate the whole board back onto the battlefield. Quill Quick Card says, bingo from earlier. The Fleef was a new keyword drop not explained. That actually counts too, sure. Where's, go on, grab this stupid thing. There we go. Unexplore. Where is... Drop new keyword. Refuse to elaborate. Happens all the time. Should be any number, non-arbitrary. Yeah, basically. If it's an elf is a separate sentence that ends abruptly. Yeah, for that we're gonna give it the... We'll say it's junk. Shouldn't do that, but we know what it means. Color pie break. Reanimator in blue. Is there any reanimation in blue? Probably not. Probably not. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Did you read the flavor text yet? No. Our rage knows great caverns for them. You clear, Teferi. Ah, yes, Teferi, a very wise mage. Always trust Teferi's wise words. I gotta write that one down. Our rage knows great caverns. I guess it means you can fill a cavern with our rage. Yeah, you clear. Our rage. Oh yeah, it's our rage knows great caverns for them, but you clear. You know what? You're a humble person. This card is very unclear, actually, to very... Teferi, this is actually more unclear than you think it is. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna bin this thing because of the stupid templating, if it's an elf. Ooh, we got another land. We have Culprit Isle. It's a land. If you weren't the starting player, you may cast spells without paying their mana costs. If you weren't, you may cast spells. This is insane! What the hell are they doing here? If you weren't the starting player, it's like if I win the die roll, I'll be like, okay, I'll take the draw. Can you do that actually? Can you do that in Commander? What happens if the person who wins the die roll decides to take the draw? Do they go like second or last? I don't actually know how that works. Finally I'm going second. I win. Well, you don't win. You don't necessarily completely win the game. But I mean, what is this? Omniscience? On a land? Yeah, it's danger! It's super danger! I go second. I get to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh players have more fun playing second. Everyone gets to draw on turn 1 in Commander. Oh, huh? No, I mean like, well, I'm just saying, like, in a 60 card game, whoever wins the die roll gets to choose who goes first, who goes second. And if you decide to go second, well then yeah, you're gonna get the extra draw, but you don't get to go first. Old Boy says, if you refuse to go first after winning the roll, the next person gets to start an EDH. Okay, but then where do you go? Does it just go around and rotate? Are you like at the back of the line? Or are you a number 2? You need an epic opening hand? I mean, if you have anything for your opening hand, it is better than Omniscience. There is no zone restriction. You can cast everything for free. Omniscience is just a hand. You're instant. You may cast spells. No, but like, I think. Oh, so like even your commander? Okay, that might be true. Cast everything. That's true. You could also cast stuff from your graveyard for free. Well, lands aren't cast. They're played. So if you played at a table full of people, the first guy is playing traditional Magic and everyone else has free cast. It's busted either way. This card is insane. The card is absolutely insane. I have no idea what the hell the picture is going on here. Was this the Bermuda Triangle of some sort? There's a little sailboat over here. From Exile is also cast, right? Yeah, you can cast. Yeah, you can definitely cast some stuff from Exile. If you can cast it, if there are cards to be cast. Like, you know, there's those red cards. Exile the top 2 cards of your deck. You may cast those cards until your end of turn or until the end of your next turn or something like that, you know? Make it cost 9 mana and that might balance it. Well, but it's a land. It's a land. All right, that's the type of... That's power creep, even for AI-generated cards. You know what's funny, though? There are other AI cards that overpower this card. Because it didn't necessarily say you win the game, or you can dump your hand, but then I could play like a 1-mana card that says I win the game. Probably the 10 most broken cards on this show. Maybe. It's pretty good. It is up there. It definitely is up there. Okay, next up. The Defiler of Others. How are you going to defile things? I don't like how it's looking at that fish. Okay, this is a 6/5 legendary giant. If this card is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. Oh my god! Oh my god, these cards, these are insane. As long as you control a white permanent, this creature gets +2/+2 and has flying? What the hell? Yeah, it's Leyline. It's Leyline of the Giant. It's super Leyline of the Giant. Defiler of Others sounds very... Yeah, very, very... It's sus as a name. It's sus as like a card in general. I'll just run 4. Yeah, and mulligan towards it. But here's the good news. There's a silver lining here. It's legendary, so you can't put more than 1 in play. If you do, it'll legend rule itself away. Well, it does have a way to play itself with no CMC. Oh yeah, it has no CMC. So basically, mulligan to it, play it for free, or Yeah, you get nothing. I don't know why he gets flying. It doesn't even look like it can fly. Miss Andover says, to be fair, if it's not in your opening hand, you need to cheat it and play. It doesn't make it better. Oh, it's easy. Ether Vial, turn 1. And then just immediately put it into play. Yeah, you could file in for free with Ether Vial. That's correct. The last card made me think we need to do a top 10 strongest AI generated cards from these streams. How many of these streams have we done? We've been doing them for years. I think we're on our 3rd year already. Maybe 4. We have more this flavor text on so many cards today. Any other scheming meaning out the fish? Everyone, not for the smallest Moldiah, the coral. It was just complete, absolute nonsense. Snowfur, airy noble. I like the name though, Snowfur. I think that's a great name. I think we need to run away, even without the name. The Defiler of Others. Super busted. Unbelievably busted. Yeah, the fish is enormous. The fish is probably like a Leviathan. This giant is basically pulling a Leviathan out of this river. But to scale, it looks like a fish. That's all. Probably had to sack 2 islands to pull it out. How does this interact with Arcane Proxy? I have no idea. Snowfur sounds like a nickname for an Arctic fox. Absolutely. Do you think those violent outbursts Cascade decks would run the Defiler of Others? Good question. It's just a random 6/5. I would actually say no. They probably wouldn't. You'd probably be better off still playing with Crashing Footfalls. Weird to say, because this card's only good if you get a white permanent play. Oh, maybe you can with Ardent Plea, though. Maybe it's better. Yeah, maybe this card is better with Ardent Plea. So you play Ardent Plea, and you can it's a enchantment that's white and blue, and it gives creatures Exalted, and it also has Cascade, and that would be your white permanent to give it +2/+2 and flying. So that would work. It's an 8/7. Yeah, it's an 8/7 with flying. Okay, to the junkyard with you. The rank awaits you, Defiler. We got no name here. It's a 2-mana 1/1 artifact creature. When first spell breaker enters, you may invoke Right for the Dragon. Delirium. This creature gets +2/+1. Now, whenever you cast a colorless creature spell, card name gains Death Touch until end of turn, and you gain life equal to its toughness, which is not a lot. This is a lot of work to make an artifact creature turn into a Death Touch creature. Just to trade with a random thing. When first Spellbreaker enters... So I guess first Spellbreaker is like a card type. You may invoke Right for the Dragon. So that's good for the dragon. The AI did not give up halfway. The AI gave up immediately. Halfway is like when the first half makes sense, the second half doesn't. The Delirious Gummy Bear. Benjamin Berkey says the last card doesn't count itself. It's colorless, but it's still powerful. Wait, thanks for letting us know. Names another AI card. Maybe. We don't know, actually. It could be an effect. When the first Spellbreaker, it could be some sort of new card type. Is your right for the dragon like your right to bear arms? Well, yeah, in this case, bearing arms is like this dinky little sword. Invoke, are we playing Hearthstone? Is that an effect in Hearthstone? I don't know what Invoke is. This card's championing the rights of the dragons. Anyway, it doesn't make any damn sense. It didn't make any sense from the beginning. It's just a bunch of cloud poo. It's got mind fudge. The thing has mind fudge from the beginning. If we got the cloud poo out of its ears, maybe it would make a little sense. Draconic's like, dragon? Where? I just picture Right for the Dragon to be one of those annoying effects, like the ring tempts. The Right for the Dragon. All dragons cannot be destroyed or some crap like that. If a dragon is in play, it cannot be targeted by spells or abilities. That is the right of the dragon. Gotta look out for them rights. Okay, next up. The Volcanic Howl. This is a 5 mana 4/3 human shaman. The person looks super high on something. Okay, when this creature deals combat damage to a player, that creature deals damage to you equal to the number of permanents they control. That doesn't have half their life total. What the hell? If this creature is sad, if this creature is sad, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. That's very so. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that creature. Oh yeah, player is a creature. All right. That will count that. That acknowledges, yeah, depression support. Okay, first off, player is a creature in this case. Or player is a card. Player is a card. Probably. How many... he does look sad. He does, absolutely. If that does... What was the rest of this thing? That creature deals damage to you equal to the number of permanents they control that doesn't have half their life total. Whatever the hell that means. If the creature is sad, create a 2/2 black zombie. Much sad, double D. So sad. Sad in the picture. Violent Beetle says, synergizes to that creatures that makes permanents with life total. I can't believe you even remembered that. Use the tranquilizer on it to give the sad status. My brain gave up halfway trying to understand this card. My brain gave up almost immediately. Do you know what? You could say this card gave up halfway. You know, I could get that. This card made a whole lot. This card made a whole lot of sense before we hit the halfway point. It's like whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. Well, I guess it like sort of gave up immediately. That's fine. I'll count it anyway. Okay, this card's stupid. It's with the stupid. It's another not mind fudge card. It's a bunch of cloud poo. Okay, swarming belling. What is this? Oh, they got a magnifying glass. I thought it was like Bilbo Baggins holding like the one ring to his eye. Swarming Belling is a 4-mana sorcery. Choose target creature and investigate. We're gonna choose a creature. We're gonna get that is the most expensive card draw of all time. This is like the worst detective ever. 4 mana to investigate. What is this, Inspector Gadget? I never saw Inspector Gadget ever solve anything. It was always Penny and Brain. Choose from where? To the battlefield. Pikachu, I choose you. Yeah, exactly. What a sad sorcery. Doesn't even target for illusions. That's true, actually. So the illusions that would sacrifice from being targeted. No, not in this case. Would have been better than average white card draw. Yeah. Card draw is so bad, they would envy this thing. Well, it's not anti-illusion tech. It's actually it's sort of pro-illusion tech. You could choose your own illusion and get your investigation on. I'm gonna get on my investigating. Benjamin Burke is like, this is super mega garbage. Let's print it. Sure, we can print it. There's not much to say about it anyway. Sad students against drunk drivers. Not only do you have to pay 4 mana, there has to be a creature too. And you still have to pay 2 more mana to get your value from that clue token. All right, we got one super chat from Triple Stacker. Sorry, Tripper Stacker. Tripper Tasker. It's a bit of a tongue twister. So look at another card here. We got Pick Thruists. This is a 2 mana artifact. It's got a Hedron in the art. Pay 1, discard a signed card. That is super unset territory. Create a 1/1 green snake creature token. Okay. Not particularly amazing. We need more super chats. Well, but by all means, Benjamin Berkey, you know, maybe step forward. This is the truest comment. It works. which is a breath of fresh air after watching or reading through a bunch of cards that just don't work. Mostly don't work. Signed card support. Finally, a reason. Do you know what? This would boost. I think a lot of artists would approve of this card because now all of a sudden there would be an increased incentive to get your card signed. It's a spell. Yeah, it's sort of a spell shaper, basically. Madness staple. You could also, yeah, you could trigger madness with this card. Also, could be a reanimator type of card because that's a good way, easy way to dump cards into the graveyard. And by all means, just sign your own card. I mean, you could do that. It's not as fun though. Rob Alexander is insane for that. Yeah, I do have to admit, I've seen a bazillion Rob Alexander signatures all over the place. Is there rules to explain what a signed card is? I'm assuming you just put a signature on it. That's it. You put the old John Hancock on it, and then it's legal. Do you know what's funny? You know, while the game is being played, if you draw a card that you want to discard and it's not signed, you could like just sign it on the spot. Hey, wait a minute. Before I activate this ability, I'm gonna sign this card. All right, discard it. Okay, it is legal. It is very unset legal though. Does it have to be the card and not the sleeve? Good question. I would say sleeve counts. There's a lot of artists that, in my opinion, if you want a signature on your Power 9, it should be done on the graded case. I think signing super expensive cards is just crazy. Like, is it just not good enough that it's on like the graded case? I think that's okay. Are you allowed to tamper with your cards after the deck check? You mean like what, unsign them or something? Then we need some unsigned card support. Well, not really, because that's like every card. You know, I think that's the whole point. You know, this is the metagame is too heavy in the unsigned card arena, so now we actually need support for signed cards to even it out. You put a signature on it, okay, but does the rules make a difference between cards with a drawing and a card without? Not yet. Just that it's been signed. Look, this card said literally signed, not artist altered. Z-Man Vader just want to let me know Inspector Gadget did solve an investigation in episode 6, The Boat, of the TV series. I like spreading misinformation. Oh, I have no idea what you're talking. Oh, so I cannot fact check you right now. I don't know what The Boat is, episode 6. You didn't even mention a season. I'm sure there's, actually, I don't know if Inspector Gadget even had seasons. What about cards with the art signed in the corner with the artist watermark? I think that's fine. Get all your deck graded, play by having a 3.5-foot stack of plastic cases. It's been done before. All right, card is legal enough for me, even though it's sort of illegal. It's legal enough for unset. And then we got another super chat. Thanks to Michael Molina. Thank you very much for your super chat. I should actually check how much money this is. 100, was it 100 CZK in USD? $5. $5 gonna get you another, look at one more card. Okay, next up, we got Needle Stopper. Gonna stop the needles. It is a 2/2. It has no mana cost. Nothing. Oh, it's a land. Who needs a mana cost? It's a 2/2 land, so strictly better than, well, maybe not strictly better than Arbor Elf. It doesn't tap for mana. Other Apple creatures you control get +1/+1. This is for tree folk decks. The other Apple creatures, yeah, does not even support tree folk. It's Apple support. It's literally Apple support. Have you ever gone to their Genius bar? I wonder if Apple will sue Wizards. It's like, hey, you can't use our company name in your cards. That's a no-no. We're gonna sue the crap. We're a much bigger company than you are, Hasbro. Don't tread on our territory here. Other can't turn it into a shape shifter to try to get the buff itself. Interesting. Yep, that's true. But like most Lord effects are other these days. It's usually not all, except for the slivers. Yeah, Apple sends the Pinkertons to Hasbro. In case he gains Apple. Give the creature subtype and the ability to generate Apple creature tokens, and this could be cool. Well, I mean, again, it's another changeling card, so like, all changelings are apples, apparently. Not a creature, so power and toughness. Oh yeah, it's just a land. So not a creature, so power and toughness isn't irrelevant normally. Oh, so if it's not a, so it's just a land with 2/2, but it's not a creature, so we have to animate it somehow. Yeah, now we need Microsoft creature type support. Blue screen of death. All creatures get shuffled back into the library. No, blue screen of death. Restart the game. Simple as that. Make some pie with all those apple creatures. Dang, I have nothing to contribute today. It's all good. It's all good. We did our best. Did we hit anything here? You know, we could say we had one funny flavor text. The one with the we didn't get the one with the caverns. You're good. Which means we did at least get one bingo today. Oh, how do I scribble this? There we go. We got one bingo. So it was not a complete waste of the day. It was a fantastic bingo too. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. Oh, how do I get back to my main screen? There we go. As usual, we do this show weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, my Zyber Nation. What would these shows be without all of you? You're great. People like Saggy, the Ghost of Thomas Jenkins, Kirk Black, Sagacious, User-Friendly, The Lord Trash, CSDX, we got Shaggy, Miss Andover, Sheev Lord, Christmas Pterodactyl, Nyx Neon, Benjamin Berkey, Jess, Corbin at KenCon, Mercenary, Oh Boy, Lil Deadfly, Toads, Argentina, Mappius, Bandit, Keith, Jess, Merciless, Dan right there. Who else? We got tons of people here. The Damn Draws, the Red Bot. Tech Nick. We got Nick. I think I got Nick X. We have Rhea Bread. Achipo. Cute avatar over there. Sheev Lord. Draconic. Michael Molina. And Steve Cooper and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep bringing those coffees. We're going to keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you at the next cup.